Aaron Rodgers may have played his final game as a member of the Green Bay Packers following an emotional loss to the Detroit Lions in their season finale. The Packers lost to the Detroit Lions in heartbreaking fashion for them. They started the season 4-8. They rallied off so many wins in a row. People thought it was an inevitability that the Green Bay Packers would close it out, win their final game against Detroit at home at Lambeau, and then go into the playoffs. And Aaron Rodgers' prophecy of making the playoffs after all of these times people counted them out would come true. That did not happen. Aaron Rodgers himself, through what ended up being the game-sealing pick at the end. I'm also not one of those people who believes football always comes down to one play, but it was a crucial play. I think we can all agree on that. Regardless, the talk is what happened after the game. We know the Packers aren't in the playoffs. The real story here is what happened following the game. And Aaron Rodgers, he was asked by Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams for his jersey. Rodgers was picked up on camera as saying, "No, I think I'm going to hold on to this one." And he could be seen walking into the tunnel, emotional, holding with his arm around teammate Randall Cobb, who has been his teammate for nearly a decade at this point. And when he was asked about his future not even in the Green Bay Packers organization, but in the NFL, he said the following, and I quote, "At some point, the carousel comes to a stop and it's time to get off. I think you kind of know when that is," he went on to say, and that's what needs to be contemplated. Is it time? Also, what's the organization doing? That's part of it as well. But the competitive fire is always going to be there. I don't think that ever goes away. Sometimes it gets transferred, I think, to other things that might not ever fill that large void. So Rodgers made it pretty clear that he has some thinking to do. He made it clear that he is going to contemplate things. And I think the emotion of the moment, right? One thing we like to do, we like to take a player being emotional as a sign of something that may be larger than what it is. Think about what just happened. Well, why would Aaron Rodgers be emotional? One, you have the fact that he is an older quarterback. You don't know when your last play is going to be, right? He's 39 years old, going to be 40 by the time this time next year rolls around, right? He doesn't have many snaps left. He knows that. Everybody knows that. So the fact that people were talking about how, he was emotional during the national anthem, and that happens, and could it be a sign of him potentially leaving? Sure. But I think sometimes those things do get overstated as evidence that someone is leaving rather than maybe hints or clues in a direction. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't think it's clear evidence. What really points in that direction, though, I will say, is him not giving Jameson Williams his jersey and him saying, "I think I'm going to hold on to that one," the way he said it. Because, and I'm not trying to be the one who's overstating this, but the way he said that, you could tell that he doesn't know. And that's my thing about this. I don't think Aaron Rodgers knows whether or not he's going to play next year or what team he's going to play for. The Packers have a big decision to make. They're paying this guy $50 million a year and holding their cap up for a guy who, all due respect to Aaron Rodgers, he played great at certain points this year. There are some points where he did not play great. And when you're paying a guy $50 million, it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, whoever. At some point, you have to be the one to put your team on your back and make the plays when they just aren't there. It's what all the great quarterbacks of their time do. It's what Patrick Mahomes does right now. It's what Josh Allen does right now. It's what Lamar Jackson does right now. And it's what Aaron Rodgers, primetime Aaron Rodgers, used to do. And we've seen hints of the magic, but we have not seen the same magic. And that's the thing I'm trying to point to. It's not a point of, he's washed, he's overrated, blah, blah, blah. No, he's still a great quarterback. He's just not as great as he used to be. And with that comes time to make a decision. One thing that I could see happening is Rodgers going to play with former teammate Devontae Adams. I don't discount that, him becoming a Raider. I know a lot of people like to point at that as, oh my God, that won't happen, blah, blah, blah. But I really do think it's a possibility. And with them moving on from Derek Carr, with the rapport that Rodgers and Devontae Adams have, don't count that out. But then again, it's all up to Aaron Rodgers. Let me know in the comment section where you think Aaron Rodgers will end up being. Is he going to stay in Green Bay? Is he going to retire? Hell, is he going to go to the Las Vegas Raiders? Let me know. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.